Hello and welcome to our channel. Before we begin, I have a simple question for you all. What is one small thing that has brought a smile to your face today? It could be the taste of your morning coffee, a kind word from a neighbor, or the sound of birds outside your window. Please take a moment to share that small joy in the comments below. I used to believe a long life was just about diet and exercise, a simple formula of eating right and moving enough. I spent years focusing on the physical machinery of the body, thinking that was the complete puzzle. That was my entire world, until I started truly listening to centenarians, those remarkable individuals who have lived for a century or more. Their insights completely changed my perspective on what it means to live a long and, more importantly, a fulfilling life. What they shared had very little to do with the latest superfood or the most popular exercise routine. Instead, they offered a kind of wisdom that goes much deeper, a wisdom that modern health advice often overlooks. They will change your perspective too, just as they changed mine. So get ready to uncover the hidden gems of wisdom from those who've truly mastered the art of living. These are the real secrets to longevity, the kind you likely won't hear from your doctor during a routine checkup. We live in a world that is obsessed with the physical aspects of aging. Turn on the television or open a magazine, and you will be flooded with advice about what to eat and how to exercise. We are constantly told that the path to a long life is paved with kale salads and countless hours on a treadmill. Of course, taking care of your physical body is certainly an important piece of the puzzle. Nobody is suggesting you should abandon healthy habits, as they are the foundation upon which a long life is built. But what if I told you they are not the most important piece? What if the foundation is just that, the starting point, and the real structure of a long life is built with entirely different materials? This is the longevity paradox we so often fail to see. We see people who follow every health rule meticulously, yet struggle. And then we see others who might enjoy a daily glass of wine or a piece of chocolate, thrive well into their 90s and beyond. This is because there are hidden variables at play, powerful forces that shape our health and lifespan in ways we are only just beginning to appreciate. Centenarians seem to embody these hidden variables effortlessly. They understand something intuitively that our modern, data-driven society often misses. Our society focuses on what can be easily measured, such as blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and body weight. These are tangible numbers, things we can track on a chart and feel a sense of control over. But the true drivers of a long and fulfilling life are often the things that cannot be measured so easily. They are qualities of the mind, the strength of our connections with others, and the way we view the world around us. This is the real story of longevity, and it's far more interesting and hopeful than just a simple list of foods to eat or avoid. Let's first talk about the mindset that can carry a person through more than 100 years of life. One of the most powerful traits these long-lived individuals share is a profound sense of resilience. When we think of resilience, we often think of just being tough or surviving hardship, but for centenarians it is something much more active and transformative than that. They have lived through experiences that many of us can only read about in history books. They have weathered economic depressions, world wars, personal losses, and the relentless march of technological change. Yet, they did not just survive these challenges. They learned from them and were strengthened by them. Adversity for them was not a wall that blocked their path, but a series of steps that they climbed. Each challenge overcome was not a scar, but a badge of honor, a testament to their ability to endure and adapt. It's like a blacksmith forging a sword. The repeated heating and hammering is what turns a simple piece of metal into a strong, resilient blade. In the same way, the adversities of life forge their character and their will to live. They teach us that avoiding difficulty is not the goal, but rather learning how to face it with grace and courage. Another surprising secret is the incredible power of having a purpose. In our society, we often view retirement as an end point, a time to stop working and simply rest. For many centenarians, there is no such thing as a true retirement from life itself. They maintain a reason to get up in the morning, a sense of purpose that drives them forward each day. This purpose doesn't have to be grand or world-changing. It can be as simple as tending to a small garden, caring for a pet, or being the family historian who shares stories with the younger generations. It might be volunteering in the community, mentoring a young person, or pursuing a hobby with passion. This sense of purpose, this why, is a powerful anchor that provides stability and meaning. It also has a remarkable effect on the brain. Engaging in purposeful activities and continuous learning stimulates our minds. When you learn something new, whether it's a simple card game or a new recipe, your brain forms new connections between its cells. This process releases a wonderful substance that acts like fertilizer for your brain cells, helping them grow and stay healthy. The amount of this brain fertilizer you can produce from an hour spent learning a new skill is comparable to the mental boost you get from a long, engaging walk in a beautiful park. It keeps the mind sharp, engaged, and resilient against the effects of aging. Finally, there is the profound health strategy of optimism. This is not about ignoring the difficulties of life or pretending that everything is perfect. Centenarian optimism is a practical, grounded approach to life. It is the ability to focus on what is good, to find moments of gratitude, and to believe that things will work out. It's about focusing your energy on the things you can control and letting go of the things you cannot. This optimistic outlook has a direct and powerful effect on your physical health. When you are constantly worried or stressed, your body produces a hormone called cortisol. Think of cortisol like running your car's engine in the red zone all the time. It causes wear and tear on every part of the system. Chronic stress can weaken your immune system, raise your blood pressure, and disrupt your sleep. Optimism acts as a natural counterbalance to this stress. It helps to lower those damaging cortisol levels, allowing your body to operate in a state of calm and repair. An optimistic mind helps create a calm body, and a calm body is a healthier, more durable body. Now let's explore the social fabric of longevity, which is just as important as a strong mindset. We often hear about the importance of family, and for many centenarians, family is indeed a cornerstone of their lives. But their social world extends far beyond their immediate relatives. They understand the critical role of community and connections with people of all ages. Their support network is like a finely woven tapestry made up of friends, neighbors, fellow members of a church or social club, and even the local shopkeeper. These connections provide a sense of belonging and security. Knowing that there are people who care about you, who you can call upon for help or simply share a conversation with, is a powerful antidote to loneliness. Loneliness can be as detrimental to your health as smoking or being overweight. It creates a chronic state of stress that wears down the body and spirit over time. Centenarians actively fight against this isolation by nurturing their wide web of relationships. Engaging with others is also one of the best exercises you can do for your brain. A simple conversation requires you to listen, process information, access memories, and formulate a response. It is a complex mental workout that keeps your cognitive skills sharp. Imagine your brain is a muscle. If you sit alone in a quiet room all day, that muscle doesn't get much use and can become weak. But if you engage in conversations, play card games with friends, or participate in group activities, you are constantly exercising that muscle, keeping it strong and flexible. This social engagement is directly linked to better memory, quicker thinking, and a lower risk of cognitive decline. The most important lesson here is that centenarians do not passively wait for social connection to happen to them. They are active participants in creating and maintaining their support networks. They make the phone call to a friend they haven't heard from in a while. They make the effort to attend community gatherings. They sit on their front porch and greet their neighbors as they walk by, turning strangers into acquaintances and acquaintances into friends. They understand that relationships are like a garden. They require consistent care and attention to flourish. They invest their time and energy in people, and in return, they receive a harvest of love, support, and vitality that sustains them through the decades. This active cultivation of community is a secret that is available to every single one of us, no matter our age or circumstances. Beyond the well-known advice, the longest-lived people practice a kind of unconventional wisdom through simple daily habits. These are the habits you likely have not heard about from health experts, yet they may be among the most powerful. One of the most beautiful of these is the art of embracing small pleasures. Our modern world often tells us that happiness comes from big events, like an expensive vacation, a new car, or a major achievement. We are encouraged to chase these grand moments, and in the process, we can overlook the joy that is available to us every single day. Centenarians have mastered the skill of finding and savoring the small, simple pleasures of daily life. This could be the profound satisfaction of a perfectly brewed cup of tea in the morning. It might be the simple joy of feeling the warm sun on their skin on a cool day. It could be the pleasure of listening to a favorite piece of music, the comfort of a familiar routine, or the taste of a fresh piece of fruit. By focusing on and appreciating these small moments, they fill their days with a steady stream of contentment and gratitude. This is a form of mindfulness, of being fully present in the here and now, rather than worrying about the past or the future. This practice costs nothing, requires no special equipment, and is one of the most effective ways to cultivate a joyful spirit. Another fascinating habit is what we can call stress alchemy. Most health advice focuses on avoiding stress, but centenarians show us a different way. They have certainly faced enormous stress throughout their long lives, perhaps more than most of us ever will. They know that stress is an unavoidable part of the human experience. Instead of trying to eliminate it, they have learned how to transform it. Think of an oyster. When a grain of sand, an irritant, gets inside its shell, the oyster's response is not to fight it, but to coat it with layers of a beautiful, smooth substance. Over time, this irritant, this source of stress, is transformed into a precious pearl. This is what centenarians do with life's challenges. They don't let stress break them down. They use its energy to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. They reframe problems as puzzles to be solved or as interesting stories they will tell later. This change in perspective changes the way their bodies react to pressure, turning a potentially damaging experience into an opportunity for growth. Finally, there is a surprising correlation between a great sense of humor and a long, healthy life. Laughter is truly a powerful form of medicine. The ability to laugh, especially at oneself and at the absurdities of life, is a remarkable coping mechanism. It provides an immediate release from tension and worry. When you have a good, hearty laugh, your body releases chemicals called endorphins. These are your body's natural feel-good chemicals, and they also act as a natural pain reliever. A few minutes of deep laughter can provide the same kind of mood-boosting effect as a light workout session. Laughter diffuses difficult situations, helps to keep things in perspective, and strengthens social bonds. Centenarians who maintain their sense of humor are better able to navigate the inevitable aches, pains, and frustrations of old age. They choose to find the humor in a situation rather than the despair, a choice that bathes their body in healthy, positive chemistry day after day. So how can we begin to integrate these profound secrets into our own lives? The beauty of this wisdom is that it does not require a drastic overhaul of your current lifestyle. It is about making small, consistent shifts in your mindset, your social habits, and your daily routines. You can start today with simple, actionable steps. For example, instead of focusing on what went wrong today, take 5 minutes before you go to sleep to think of 3 small things that brought you joy. Perhaps you could decide to learn something new, not for any practical reason, but simply for the pleasure of it. Pick up a book on a topic you know nothing about, watch a documentary, or try a new recipe for dinner. Make a commitment to reach out to one person this week that you haven't spoken to in a while, just to say hello and see how they are doing. These small actions, when practiced consistently, begin to build the very pillars of longevity that have supported centenarians for a century. It is also important to challenge your own personal story about aging. Our society often paints a picture of aging that is filled with decline, weakness, and irrelevance. We are taught to fear getting older, but the lives of centenarians offer us a much more hopeful and inspiring narrative. They show us that our later years can be a time of wisdom, joy, and continued growth. You have the power to reject the negative story and write a new one for yourself. Start seeing your age not as a limitation, but as a collection of experience and wisdom. Expand your idea of what is possible for you in the coming years. Finally, this is a call to redefine what successful aging truly means. For too long, we have focused only on the biological markers, like our blood pressure or our ability to run a certain distance. While these things have their place, they are an incomplete picture of a life well lived. True well-being is about so much more. It is about having a reason to wake up in the morning with a sense of purpose. It is about being surrounded by people who love and support you. It is about having the resilience to face life's challenges with a calm and optimistic spirit. It is about finding joy in the simple everyday moments of life. This is the true art of living, a masterpiece painted not just with the colors of physical health, but with the rich, vibrant hues of a healthy mind and a connected heart. Thank you so much for joining me today to explore these powerful lessons. I hope this has given you a new and inspiring perspective on what it takes to live a long, happy, and meaningful life. If you found this information helpful and would like to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. It truly helps us continue our work. Please remember, I am not a medical doctor. The information shared here is based on extensive research and my experience in helping people improve their lives through holistic approaches to health and well-being. Always consult with your own healthcare provider for any personal medical advice.